Don't move to Sarasota. I know it's crazy to think that a realtor would tell you not to move to an area, but just today I was out showing a gentleman homes, and he has lived here now about a year, and he was excited to get started in the home search. However, when I asked him if he's excited about being a full-time resident, moving here, the whole process, he's like, no, I don't really love living here. Don't really love Sarasota. And it surprised me.
Damn!
As I was thinking, why is he looking for homes if he's not excited about this? But there's a lot of reasons why someone makes a move: job, family, climate. So as much as this is the best option for him right now, he definitely told me that he doesn't love it here. There's a lot of reasons why people don't like living in Sarasota, and I thought I'd go over some of those so that if you're searching for the area or you're wondering what it's like living in Florida in general, here's a couple things that you really need to know. But first, I'm Lisa McBride with Sarasota Neighborhood Experts. My team and I love helping so many people buy, sell, invest in real estate. So if you have questions about our market, give us a call. If you're thinking about selling a home and you want to work with experts, let us know. We are definitely here for you. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave comments. We're here. All right, let's talk about the negatives of Sarasota, Florida. And I would say the number one thing I'm hearing across the board, not only from this gentleman today, but from many people that reach out to us, is that our affordability is really not affordable for a lot of people anymore. We definitely have become a little bit more of a luxury market. Now, this has all changed in the past 5 years for sure. We've definitely doubled in price. Our popularity of Sarasota has really just skyrocketed. And although we are not as pricey as Naples, we are definitely getting to be a comparative to Naples quite a bit. And we're seeing people comparing us. If they're visiting us, they're visiting Naples or visiting Sarasota, and we have that luxury feel. That said, that means that our prices definitely are skyrocketing. Currently, our average price is well over $650,000. And for that, you're getting a pretty basic 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home, and nowhere near the water. So keep in mind, even though Sarasota is along the Florida Gulf Coast, very few of our residents are actually living waterfront. If they are living in homes well over $1 million. So I hear it all the time. I want to move to the area, and I don't mind being 10, 15 minutes away from the beaches. Well, that's great, but keep in mind 10 or 15 minutes is still going to be pricey, or the homes are going to be older, because naturally that area was just developed first. We have condos on the beaches, we have homes, we have brand new homes that are being built that have taking the place of older properties that have been knocked down, but these are multi-million-dollar properties. So it is pricey to live on the water, and it's pricey to live throughout Sarasota, Manatee counties. So speaking of Sarasota, Manatee counties, please know we are a 2-county radius. We have over 1 million people. And with that becomes the next problem for a lot of people is our traffic. So yes, we have a lot of traffic, and it's not like living in Orlando by any means. Not that there's anything wrong with Orlando. It can be a little bit busy, but our traffic has definitely increased. And sometimes people do not like getting stuck on Interstate 75. So you really need to know all the alternative routes and where you want to be, because our traffic definitely is problem number 2. Another reason people don't really love living here, well, one, and this is just for the whole state of Florida, is our insurance cost. So insurance is a huge issue currently in Florida. The cost to insure your property, again, just like the cost of homes, has skyrocketed, and in some cases doubled and tripled. And even if you're one of those people that are living waterfront in their multi-million-dollar homes, I'm going to tell you to insure your property with flood insurance. And thank goodness most of us don't need flood insurance. But if you do need flood insurance, I just recently closed on a home where the insurance was $18,000 a year for property close to the water. Now, if you're looking for new construction, that's going to be significantly less, like $2,000 a year. So you can see that there's a big variation between prices and insurance. What's it covering? What do you need? So insurance has become a major issue here in Florida, so keep that in mind. Another reason that people have decided they don't love it, as much as people move here because they think that sunshine year-round and warm temperatures will be ideal for them, When it comes to the summer heat and humidity, it's not always great. It does get hot, it does get humid, and I think the biggest difference between our heat and humidity compared to throughout most of the United States is that it lasts a very, very long time. So even though you may be used to heat, humidity, June, July, and August, we easily have a very hot September into October, and that leads us into hurricane season. And there's nothing really fun about hurricane season. You never know when it's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to be in the path of a hurricane. And if you've lived through a hurricane, a lot of times people are like, I don't enjoy it. It's too stressful. Didn't know where it was going to hit, scared, and it can definitely make people not want to live in Florida. So that is another key point in why people don't love living here in Sarasota or Florida. A few other items that are definitely on the list of what I would say are negatives, and what I hear people say is that there are so many deed restrictions in HOA neighborhoods. In Sarasota, we have almost 70% of all of our neighborhoods are going to be deed restricted or have an HOA. Now keep in mind, deed restrictions and HOAs are two separate things. Just because you're living in a deed restricted neighborhood does not mean that you have a large HOA. Homeowners, like something is covered under the homeowners association. There has to be some maintenance. In a deed restricted community, there's a lot more rules and restrictions as far as like what you can do with the home, painting it a certain color, cars in the driveway, if you can have pets even. So that is really, really important. And I'll tell you, every neighborhood with every deed restriction, all the bylaws are different for every neighborhood and every condo building. So there's so much to learn about that, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. And so we really have to dive into that if you're looking in neighborhoods with deed restrictions. And for those neighborhoods that have no deed restrictions, well, keep in mind, your neighbors can do anything. For instance, they may be able to rent their homes and turn them into an Airbnb, which I know that is advantageous for a lot of investors, but it's not always great if you're a homeowner that has seen constant traffic and people coming and going. Also, with no deed restrictions, keep in mind, parking in the streets, boat parked in your driveway, things like that are sometimes problematic for the neighbors. So there's pros and cons with deed restrictions. Along with all these restrictions and cost, we have to talk a little bit about CDD fees. CDD fees are Community Development District here in Sarasota, Manatee counties. Primarily in Lakewood Ranch, which is a suburb of Sarasota, we have CDDs, which is a tax that runs with the property. We also are seeing CDD fees in Welland Park and a few of Sarasota's newer neighborhoods, such as Sky Ranch. So it's another reason why people are like, I don't want to pay higher taxes and more fees. So keep that in mind when thinking about moving to the area. A few other last minute things about why people don't love living in Florida. Well, everyone's worried about bugs, critters, things like that. You just Google like problems with Florida, alligators always come up, bugs, wildlife. Now, I can't say that I've ever had a run-in with anything and I've ever had a problem. However, again, you just Google it and somebody's had an alligator in their backyard, and that can be a little bit scary. So keep that in mind. And that is another reason people don't love living in Florida. If you'd like more information about why you may not love living in Florida, or you'd like to discuss it in more detail, I am here to help. So please give me a call today. Thanks so much for watching. Keep following. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, take care.